I am live. Let me check over here. Be involved in the conversation tonight. So I would like to include all of my platforms. We restream on, it'll have to take a second for it to register. We restream on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. I am live with the best quality on my Nikol Beauty app and my Nikol Beauty website. So we have a lot to talk about tonight. And class is in session. It does start on time. So we're going to address that in today's little live section. Hello, Linda from Delaware. Antoinette, thank you. I'm in my beautiful gold. I figured since I'm turning 50 on the 13th, we need to be in the golden era, right? Even though we're going against the color, right? Not really supposed to wear warms with cool hair, but we're breaking all the rules tonight, and I'm very excited. This is a favorite top of mine from Tory Burch. I've had it for years. So we're just experimenting. We have a lot to talk about tonight. Hi, Linda from Connecticut, Marianne, Cookie. Nice to see you, Antoinette. And we're coming all in. So this is really great. Joyce from Pennsylvania. Let's see, Dee is from Ohio. We're getting all of the ladies. I love to see how we bounce around from coast to coast. We have Alabama. Janet, welcome. Diane, thank you for seeing my NBC tonight. It's so great. It went live last night, so it's really fun that they're like replaying it today. I've seen a lot of DMs and a lot of text messages from everyone. Brenda from Naples, Florida. Karen from Tulsa. Charlotte from NYS. New York, no, I don't know. Where is that? NYS, I don't know that. Virginia, Patricia. So welcome, ladies. This is really exciting. So tonight, I have a really great live for you. Now, just to recap, I've been doing my lives, I think since May. It's about 6 months now. We're going into 6 months. And you know, I was very apprehensive to do lives. It's not really, my forte. I do a lot on YouTube. I do a lot on Instagram, on TikTok. I mean, so many platforms, right? And doing a live just, was kind of out of my comfort zone. And I'm all about building my community. And this is why I do it, even though I'm very uncomfortable. I know it sounds kind of weird. Like, oh, you've been doing YouTube for 15 years. Like, why would this be weird? It's just a different mindset when you're here with you live. I can't edit anything. Like, I can't make it perfect. Like, maybe that's what it is. It's like the messy side of it. And it's good because it's an exercise to grow and be uncomfortable. And this is what I teach over on my Fierce Aging channel with all of my ladies from 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Like, it's not, you need to be uncomfortable. That's where the growth is. So, I do all of the things, I teach all the things, and then I'm experiencing them also. So I just want to let you know that because I have kept with it. Even when I travel, I'm still showing up, even though I'm in hotel rooms. I don't know if the Wi-Fi is going to work. And I feel that it's an important aspect with my community to continue to show up. And that's what I've done. So I have a couple things that I want to talk about from that. Mary, welcome from Kentucky. Terry from California. Very exciting. I have a lot of exclusive things to talk about tonight, so I think they're going to be excited. So for a lot of you that are joining, if you don't know, Karen, you're the 14th, another Libra. Karen, happy birthday. Happy early birthday. That's very exciting. So if you're new to my lives in Nikol Beauty, we here celebrate age. We don't hide things. Everybody ages the way that they want to. There's no right or wrong. You want to do surgery, great. If you don't want to do it, great. Like if there is, you want to go gray, great. If you don't, then dye it till you're 100. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I think a lot of people think that there's like all these rules. There really isn't. It's about you feeling confident, you feeling great, you feeling like, oh, I know what I'm doing, and I'm back in the game of, doing makeup, or, like I've heard a lot of things recently because I am turning 50 with my girlfriends that are 50 or about to turn 50. Like, we're all in the same kind of boat. And they're like, whether they're changing their name or they're feeling like they lost their identity, or, we're all trying to evolve, and you do it in your own way. It's not like everything should be an experience, and everything isn't always comfortable. And I just think that we want to really just embrace the moment and enjoy ourselves but in the best capacity we can. Not everything's perfect. Not everything's fun. Not everything is always happy. And it's ridiculous to think that it is. So it's about being able to ride the ebb and flow and to not be completely, it's very interesting. We've been doing a photo shoot for the last 2 days in the studio for really redesigning the website to help you and to see the product better and to understand if it's warm or cool. And we're doing all of these really in-depth photos. And if you've watched my Instagram, you'll see like it's a little crazy. We had a bird that was flying through the set yesterday. And, we have such a great time, but we're really concentrating on serving you and hoping that you can understand the product and how it's to be to use and to see it. And so when they're taking pictures of me, there's a huge, it might as well be a football field, huge TV to my left that now, again, I don't want my eyes to be red, so I don't wear my contacts, so I really can't see. So I'm like, everything looks great. But when I get closer and I go over to it, I'm like, oh my gosh, no. Like, it's jarring. And I start off with no makeup and I start off using product. And I have to say, like, it was funny today, we were doing eyeliner and I said to my project manager, I was like, oh, see, this is a part where they would cut it out. She's like, do you really want to do that? I was like, no, I'm just saying that this is the part where it's like hooded and they like cut it out. I was like, and I think bluffs are amazing. I was just saying you would see it a little bit better. And so I had to think, you know what? No, like these are my eyes. If you feel that they're not great and it really makes you upset, then fix them. But for me, I'm trying to really embrace this process and roll with it, if that makes sense to you. So this Nikol Beauty is about celebrating age, about celebrating skin, about being grateful that you're here and you're able to put makeup on and to try to change your mood and to be the best woman that you can be through that. I don't find it to be frivolous. I don't find it to be shallow to really put yourself first, take care of yourself, take care of your mental health, etc. So I am going to be off for 2 weeks because I am taking a vacation. I haven't taken a vacation in a very long time. And I felt like my 50th birthday should be that. So I did kind of go back and forth about it, if I was going to do anything. And I decided to book something back in May. So I will be away. And I thought about doing a live where I was coming from, but I was like, okay, I need to put into vacation mode and not be like having to feel like I have to work all the time. So I'm taking off. So I wanted to just announce that tonight, that this is why we're going to do something fun. I put on gold because I thought I'm supposed to be like embracing this golden era, but I want to throw the silver in there too. So we're going to try to do the makeup. And this is like a good exercise to feel like I don't know what I'm wearing yet because I've struck out multiple times with everything I ordered. So I thought I'm going to put on gold and we're going to do it. And I'm going to show you how we could create this look together that, oh, you're not supposed to wear gold. Well, guess what? We're going to do something really beautiful and it'll come together. Now, I wanted to tell you that yesterday, I think it was, we had our second drop of the Dream Lip Mask. This is the PR box. I showed this to you once before. I created this for our launch in New York in August when we launched the Dream Lip Mask. It's a mask for your lips that you wear overnight. It hydrates your lips, has safflower oil in it, vitamin E, and it's fragrance free. And this is basically like a gift with purchase. This will never be available again. So we sold out our first drop. This is the second one that we have. They put it back into stock, which is great. It takes a little bit when they receive it. And so you have the Dream Lip Mask, says confidence isn't chapped. Of course, we have our positive mantra, a little bit about the whole thing, what I created. And then this is going to be your silk this is like basically your gift with purchase. It's going to be your silk or your satin eye mask like this. I made it bigger, so it's like a pillow. It's really nice. It doesn't squeeze your face. And so you have this on, and it's just like a really nice, it's really a nice gift if you wanted to buy something for someone for a gift. It's a nice presentation. This is what we gave to the editors and influencers when we were in New York at Fouquet's. on National Fierce Aging Day that I created. So that's what you get in this. So it's very limited. I have to tell you that, because then you get a little card, safflower, shea butter, vitamin E in this little box like this. And then once it goes, and then it'll just revert back to, this will be the product that you would buy. So it's a little presentation if you want to gift yourself, or if you want to do something, buy it now and keep it for the holiday and give it to a friend or somebody that would love to have a lip treatment, which is really nice. It's really universal. Anybody can use it. So that is something I wanted to tell you tonight. So that is going on. And then I took off all of my makeup. My skin has been through a lot in the last 2 days of taking on, taking off. And so I feel like we're really dry. We're parched. I did get my hair cut. If you're following along over on Instagram, I did get it cut and we didn't go crazy. So you probably can't even tell, but I did have shorter layers in the front that she cut. And you know what? We didn't want to go nuts. Hold on, let me find it. I know you can't even find it. So I can still pull my hair back. It is shorter in the back, but if I pull these down, like I've never had like shorter pieces that kind of frame the face. So I could do stuff with them if I wanted to. I always put my hair back. So it didn't make sense for me to try to do bangs, which I can't do. My forehead's not really that big, but it's just enough that it's not annoying. And it's not, I can do the little pieces if I wanted to, if I had my hair back like that. So we can play around with it. I did do a vlog of that day with my assistant, Katie, and I'm going to tell you, it's so unhinged. This is why I don't do vlogs. It's really actually quite funny. We watched the footage together. We were laughing so hard. I said, I'm not even going to put this up. She's like, you have to. I said, this is ridiculous. It's really so me, but you're getting a different side of seeing just how like wild and just it is what it is kind of thing. So it'll be kind of fun. So if you want to check that out, you can go over to YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, I have worked very, very hard to have a consistent stream of videos for you while I'm gone. So I have another series coming out. I have my last mini series masterclass for you coming out on next Tuesday. So you'll have that. And then I have a couple different videos for you to enjoy. And then I go into another series for you, another 4-part series. So I think you'll really enjoy that. I've worked very hard so that we're not missing anything. You get the knowledge, you get to check in on the YouTube channel. So there's nothing, it's not like I'm disappearing. So I've worked really far ahead. So that is something that I wanted to mention. So I wanted to invite you into the chat about your favorite product for Nikol Beauty. I'm going to talk about one thing I do want to mention. Let me go back real quick. So I do start this at 8 o'clock. I'm always on time. I might be coming in just at 8 o'clock if I'm on location in a hotel. But if you ask a question that I've already covered in length during this 2-hour free session, it is recorded. It will go on the website. You can watch it again. I don't want to take the time again to go back through what I had just done for everybody that's watching. I have a very big thing about not wasting anyone's time. And I feel that way on YouTube. That's why I do a lot of research in my videos, and I want them to be valuable. I don't want you to ever leave feeling like, oh, why did I even spend 15 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever it is? That's very important to me. So here on the lives, it is time out of all of our nights from 8 to 10, and you can always rewatch it. So that happened last week a couple times where we just literally covered it for so long, and then the question came up again. Also, it's important to know, because I know you don't see it from your side, but for me, I have a big ring light. My contacts, I have astigmatism. I don't see great far away, so I have them in, but again, I have to use my little cheaters, and I don't even know where they are, to see kind of up close. So if I miss your question, or if I don't see it, it's not because I'm not answering it or I'm avoiding it. There is a lot of questions that come up, and you can see how it scrolls, and I try to stop it, but then it keeps coming up. So please be kind and understand that I'm doing the best that I can. I'm trying to educate you. This is a free masterclass on everything we talk about, and I'm trying to really educate you. So it's not about trying to avoid questions or anything like that. I am doing the best that I can, and I want this to be fun for me. I don't want to feel like I'm going to come on lives. I'm going to have trolleys like here. Trolleys are over on YouTube and Instagram and wherever they want to be, and we don't really see that, and we don't have to pay attention. But on lives, it's really important to just really be in the moment and understanding where everybody's doing their best. So that was something that I wanted to just kind of address, because I love my community. I spend a lot of time with my community. I think about my community a lot. And it's been, basically a very big majority of my life. Because I've been on YouTube for 15 years. I mean, we're going into 16 now, coming up on January. So I wanted to just address that because I think that was important. So what we're going to do is, first of all, I just asked you a question. What is your favorite product that you've bought recently from Nikol Beauty? Because we can start with that. And thank you, Julie. Like my sparkly shirt. I know it's fun. I have jeans on because I'm so perplexed on what I'm going to wear for my 50th. It has to be right, but not over the top, not weird. Just has to be. So everything I just had said, I ordered that it just failed miserably. So I think I'm going to go shopping this weekend with my husband and try to find something that's just perfect. When it's just perfect, where you're like, that's it. You just know. So I just did this for us to get a vibe of if we did something sparkly. I don't know if I really want to do sparkles, but we're going to do something fun. The Dream Lip Mask, it's great. I did see a really fun email that came through that her husband loved the Dream Lip Mask. And she was like, I don't know what you did. You knocked it out of the park. He loves it. And I was like, she's like, he's a manly man. I was like, this is great. I'm so excited. I actually just gave one to my father last weekend when he came over. So he loves my rose lip balm. So I gave him the overnight treatment. The brush set. Oh, that's really great. Eye primer, the Nikita Banana, the brightening powder. The lip liners are your favorite. Just Peachy BB cream, Floor lipstick. Great. That was one of our new ones. Dream Melt Lip Mask. I'm so excited that it's so neat to see because, I worked on that product for 2 years. So it's so nice to see that you love it as much as I do. And the test is always having that hydration in the morning. It's still there. That's my biggest thing. The lip pencils and eye pencils in these bags are designer. Just Peachy. This is exciting. So I'm very excited to see what's really resonating with you and that what you love. Thank you, Chris. Connie, Diane. I'm seeing them. I can't read them all because they're gonna just keep going up. But I see Victoria, Classic Beach Glow, Diane, eyeliners. Linda, eyeshadows are beautiful, wonderful. So it's really exciting. It's good to hear your feedback though, especially when I'm launching new products, because it really, just allows me to kind of see your feedback or hear how you're experiencing it. The BB cream, Stacy, great. Lipstick stays in place, Marilyn. Wanda, love your mascara. We do have the brown coming out, which is great. I'm going to use it tonight. The eye primer and Peachy, Dolores said. Samantha, eyeliner, the best. And the mascara, blush, fabulous. Great. So this is wonderful. So we need to spruce up the face. I just washed off all the makeup that we did today on set. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of, you know what I was going to do? Let me just do this. I did wash my hair this morning, but we sprayed it back so much. I thought to myself, you know what? Even though I didn't use my Dyson right now and it's heated a little bit, let me just put in my Velcro curl. It will help just a little bit. I'm going to just do my Velcro curler and then I will spray my hair just a little bit. So we're going to work through this together because you know what? I really don't know what I'm going to do with my makeup. I want something that's really pretty. This is going to be birthday makeup because I want to get ready with you because I'm not going to see you when I'm on my birthday. My birthday is October 13th. I'm a Libra, but you know what? I really don't follow astrology. So I only know because people always ask me, oh, what are you? It's like, Libra, balancing sign. Am I balanced? I don't know. Do I want everything balanced? I don't know. I don't really pay attention to that, but I know what to say. So I thought this would be good. What's happening? Okay, took too much hair. Oh no, it's not even the short little piece. So funny, in the vlog that I'm going to possibly release to you, I say in the video, I get my hair cut, and in the car, I'm like, it's so different. Meanwhile, it looks no different. I'm like, ladies, just so you know, wait until I style it. It's so different. I was laughing so hard when we were watching it. I was like, is it though? It's like, yeah, if I piece it out like that, it will be. But listen, in the vlog, we were talking, we're like, we can't go crazy. Katie's like, don't go crazy. Don't, you're going on your trip. Like, you don't want to be annoyed. Like, you don't want to do anything drastic. I'm like, you're right. Done that before. And then, so I was thinking when I got out of the elevator, when we got to the salon, I was like, oh, wait, we went to lunch. And I said, oh, my mother is going to be so happy. I didn't chop off my hair like I did before. She would be so proud that I didn't go crazy. Because, you know, turning 50, you know, you want some change. You want to be crazy. And you think, big deal. Because I did cut off all my hair in my early 20s. It's a really fun story. I just had such long, heavy hair, and I was doing a job with Matrix. It was like a 3-day shoot. I didn't even know this stylist. And every day, at the end, it was like a hair show. I was like, can you cut my hair a little shorter? He's like, okay. All right, it's great. So then, like the last day, I was like, can we cut my hair shorter? He's like, okay. There's no mirror. There's nothing in front of me. I said, just cut it off. I don't want to feel any hair on my neck. I want it short, short, short. And I went from like, I'm talking like long hair as a model. I was I with Ford, or I was with Wilhelmina at the time? Then I just cut it all off. I literally cut it like Sharon Stone. It was short. I just slicked it back in the morning. Like, I loved it. And everybody else had like a full meltdown. Like, my agency was horrified. My parents were like, you're having a midlife crisis. You're only 22. And I was like, I love it. I don't feel any hair on my neck. I'm not hot. I loved it. The growing out stage was a nightmare, but I loved it. So I know that I can do it, and I can be impulsive like that with my hair because it grows back. But no, everybody was saying that to me on Instagram, like, oh, it grows back. Yeah, I know. But the growing out period is a nightmare. No one says that. Yeah, it's hair. It grows back. Of course it does. No biggie. I'll do it any day. But then you think about, oh gosh, that's going to be really interesting watching this grow out. So listen, we're short. This is actually a lot. Look how short. Like, this does not go back. So I have to do a low pony now. But the whole point is that I shouldn't be doing a ponytail. Period. End of story. That is why I cut my hair. No ponytail for me. And I still try to do it because it's just no. All right. So that was my little fun story for you about how I just chopped off all my hair. I do put it on Instagram when I find it in my phone. Clé de Peau sent me this essence that I've been liking very much. This is like a little thirsty. My skin's a little thirsty. And this is like a little nice drink of water. I washed my face. I have nothing on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm first going to put this on. Really fabulous. It smells really nice. It's like a nice serum. It doesn't feel like water. It feels like more of like this nice serum. You could probably get away with this if you're in a more humid climate and not do an extra step like a serum. It might be enough for you. Just depends, because you do have really a nice hydration on the skin, and it does feel just a little tacky. But I'm going to go in with this cream. It is a little intensive cream from Clé de Peau. I'm going to just try just a dot. It's okay. My skin has been through the works. This is not very heavy. It's intensive, but again, with dry skin, it's going to be just the right amount. So So that's what I'm putting on. Very faint fragrance. Like you don't, this is not overpowering anything. They do have a little eye cream that I'm going to use. Almost like to me it looks like it's a cream, but it looks like a little, it's not a gel, but it looks like, could be like a little jelly. I'm just using a tiny bit and I'll go around my eyes like this. I should probably have used a little spatula, but clearly it's not readily available. I am not going to run around looking for it. All right, so now where you have primed the skin, you can see that this has been very activated today, taking on and off makeup. That's fine. It's very normal for my skin. I have very reactive skin in my older years now. All right, do you see the pigmentation? That this is not going to look great if we do not lighten everything. Everything is about brightening at this stage in my life, about brightening and brightening. Does it look like I have eyeshadow on? Yes, it does. Does it not? So we need to brighten that till we start from scratch. So somebody said recently, they're like, this is my recent video. They're like, this is a second makeup tutorial I've seen that you haven't used your face primer. I'm like, I know. If I'm like crazy setting up for my videos and I don't have my Fiercely Smooth on my vanity, like lined up and whatever, I always forget it. And it's such an important part because it really gives your skin this flawless finish. That's why I called it Fiercely Smooth. It gives you some hydration. It gives you that smoothing, which I need. So I wrote back and I was like, you're right. I was like, it's basically catastrophic, but sometimes I'm a little crazy. So this is Fiercely Smooth. It is going to be a really great primer for after you've done the steps that I've done. So we're, nicely absorbed into the skin, not too heavy. You don't want to have too much going on. If you put on a sunscreen too, know what's right for your skin. If you put on a sunscreen that's really heavy and then you've got another big layer and then you put on your face primer and then you put on a foundation, I mean, you got to think about how is everything working? How's everything layering? So I don't use a ton either. So I just do, that's like what I do, a squirt or a pump, I should say. And then I'll take it off. And then I just go really where I have a lot of texture like that. Feels so cooling on the skin. It's nice and cooling. And then I come out and then I like to spread the product, like just like that. Did you ladies see on Instagram that they had Paris Fashion Week and they had Annie McDowell and then they had the actress that's 62 from Emily in Paris walking the runway, and they had a couple more. I put this, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I love to really repost a lot of fun things. And that was one of them recently. And I thought, finally. Oh, we had Helen Mirren on there too. And everybody's in the comments like, yeah, if you have money, it's easy to forget that. Putting yourself as a priority, working out, mental health, like working out can be free. Your mental health is free. You can rent or get books at the library and really work on your mental health, read self-help books, do all of the things. Like that's like, when I started seeing that, I was like, no, that's not true. That's not true. You can be the best that you can be without all of that. I don't know, maybe they were talking about surgeries, this and that. I don't know what those ladies have done, but that's not the point. The point is that you can full throttle your full potential, and it doesn't have to do with any of that stuff of doing plastic surgery. It has everything to do with how you carry yourself, what you're reading, what you're doing, you're working out or not. Like all of that goes into it. That's what I think are more of the meat of it than just looking at someone saying, oh, she's a celebrity or an X, Y, and Z, and that's why. I don't truly believe that. But that was exciting to see. I'm going to put on my Rose Lip Balm. This is my Rose Lip Balm. We still have Dream Melt Lip Mask on here, but I do have these products linked, so you should be able to. And guess what? Did you see my little pin today, or tonight, I should say, for a little celebration? Instead of the 15% off, I made it 20% for you, and you use the code CELEBRATE. So you get 20% off tonight. If anything like rings your bell and you're like, oh, I'm so excited, I want to try that or whatever, it's 20% off tonight. Lasts for 24 hours from the time of the show. So that's exciting. I wanted to do that for you tonight because we are celebrating. Very exciting. This is my Dream Lip Mask. I told my team, I said, I don't know what I linked and what I didn't link, so you're just going to have to help me out tonight and be able to put the products on the channel. Oh, you know what? Let me see if I can. Forgot about my Instagram family over here. Let me come over to here because I can see the questions that you're asking over here. There's my Instagram family. Hello, everybody on Instagram. It's nice to see you here. All right, lip balm's on. Let's do a little eye primer because we need to lift the eye. This is really unacceptable. We're going to just use our concealer brush. I'm working out of my Essential Makeup Brush Kit. So we're going to have the concealer brush. It doesn't come in here. It's something I newly redesigned for you. So you buy this individually. It's really nice too, because if you want to have more than one, which is great, you can do that. I just tap into the product. It is a creamy product. Again, if you have very dry eyelids, that's another thing. Here it is. My Pericone MD, showed you this many, many times. I've talked about it for creepy eyelids. It's designed for your eyelid. This is how much I use. I like to moisturize my eyelids. My eyelids are not, that was like a slow drop, right? My eyelids are not oily. In the morning, sometimes I use my eye wipes. I encourage you to do that. One little pump like this on my eyelids. Don't do a lot. And don't be like thinking more is better because you're going to get it into your eyes. And I say that because I did it one night. I was just too hasty. I wasn't, I thought, oh, no big deal. And I was like, eh. And I was like, oh, that was so dumb. So this is really great. If you have crepiness, if you want to work on your eyelids, I talked about this last week on how we take care of everything else. And then we have this little skin that we're like so annoyed with, like, oh, you're not working and you're so droopy and you're so dry. And then we don't do anything to help it. So this is a great product. I do not put eye cream like this that you saw me put on more of my orbital bone here on my eyes. It's not made for that. I've done it before. I've woken up with very, very puffy eyes. It does move. Your products do move at night. So that's why you have to be really, you have to be very thoughtful of what you're putting on your skin. All right, so I'm going back into my eye primer. I go from the base of my lash. I do just like this, and I come up. This is light medium. It's one universal color. So you can see, it's like every time I do this on the YouTube and everything, I'm like, is it getting darker as I'm aging? Like, what's happening? I don't remember it being this dark, but pretty much. So I'll do this. I can go with my finger. You don't always have to just use the brush. Press it into the skin, and you're going to see how it lifts. This is what I always tell you. Like, this is the thought process. So I have this primed, but do you see how dark? So if I decided, oh, I'm going to do this palette tonight over that, what am I going to get? Am I actually going to see these colors, or is it going to be a third color? So this is like a color. This is color mixes with this, and then it's another color. Like that, that's not what I want. If I went into this palette, Strong Brew, that was the Lay Bottled Blonde I just showed you. If I went into Strong Brew and I put it on, look, where are we going? Like, how do we go from here? So I am going to do my other eye so they'll be even, and then tap back in. Actually, I had a pretty much good amount still on there, so I didn't go tap back in. In that inner corner, very, very important, lighten that up. So we are considering, I'm thinking, just hypothetically think that I'm wearing something that's golden era. I was thinking maybe something that was like gold and silver, so I could pull in the two, but who knows? Maybe I'll end up with like a pink, something fun. I don't know, but we're going with the whole theme of, 50s is your golden era. Is anyone watching The Golden Bachelor? I would love to know, because I've been seeing all their things on Instagram and all the ladies. Has anyone seen anything, any previews of The Golden Bachelor? Mary, yes, you have. Linda's no. Does anyone have any opinions about Joe Carroll said yes? I would love to know what you think about The Bachelor. Dawn says, yes, I have. I haven't watched an episode. I've just been seeing all the previews. I've just seen all the drama that they're like the clips that they're posting on Instagram. I think it's, it's your typical reality, but I think this is a strong cast of women that I think are really interesting. It's bad. Jerry says, unfortunately, yes, it's so bad, but I can't help myself. But Jerry, that's good. If you can't help yourself, you think it's bad, but it's good. That's what reality TV is. That's why we watch, right? Debbie, oh, she is? She's in the cast? She used to do her workout videos? Oh, is that the one that said, like, she had her muscle and then she did another muscle, like she was showing him, like, what he was in for? I have watched it before. I don't actually, Sharon, I don't recommend any other one. That I haven't found one that is for the actual eyelid. This is called Eyelid Lift. This is the only one. I know that it's a little bit pricier, but you know what? Did you see? I mean, you're going to have this forever. Like if you have the issue of really wanting to treat the eyes, this is going to last you forever. I literally use 1 drop, 2 drops too much. So you'll have this for a long time. I feel like it's worth the money when it comes to specifically for the eyelid, in my opinion. Once you find something, I mean, I've been using this for years. Once you find something that's like, well, I could experiment with more, but usually I'm disappointed, but I'll look into it and see what else is out on the market. Okay. I don't know what ER and gold is, but we're watching the Golden Bachelor. I'm excited. I have to maybe I could download some of it and binge watch it when I'm on the plane. All right. So what I'm thinking is we're in gold, right? So we're already kind of like mixing up the colors, warm, cool. Like what are we going to do on the eyes? So if I was getting ready for the big night, I would like to go with something a little bit, like more neutral eyes. I'm going to do a mixture of my Lay Bottled Blonde. This is a really nice, great sheen palette. My palettes are gluten-free, talc-free, ultra silky. This is a sheen. It's not glitter. It's not all this micro glitter. It's none of that kind of stuff. I do like a little pop. Depends on what your preference is. If you don't like a sheen, you can definitely go with a matte. I'm going to do both palettes tonight. This is called Strong Brew. Like the coffee, like you're strong brewing it. Like women are strong. We brew it strong. We brew it black, and we really step into our power. So that's what this palette really represents. And then the Lay Bottled Blonde is just really like my go-to every day, but I can bump it up for night. So with a little tidbit, that I have a green eyeliner coming out this fall. It should be out in November. I'll give dates once I feel very confident about that, but it's actually, no, not November, October. It's looking very, very good. So I just wanted to let you know that. Maybe we'll mix the dark chocolate and the deep green together. Then a very special new product coming out that I'm going to, obviously very tight deadlines, but I'm going to be using this new lip gloss for you. I'll give you the whole history behind it. It's really exciting. It's a really fabulous color. I think you're going to really enjoy it. So we're going to get to that shortly. I'm not quite sure if I should do, I'm going to use this color, and then I'm going to intensify it with the darkest color here in the Strong Brew. So this is what's really nice that you can do when you have mattes and you have sheens. You can mix and match them. You can use just this middle color or the lightest color to pop the lid if you use an all matte palette. Lots of things to do. Again, this is why I have little mini series coming out for you. We're just building on the foundational classes, and then we get into more advanced classes. So the beauty of it is that number one, it's free. And number two, you can rewatch it a million times until you really get it. When I am trying or learning something new, like baking or doing anything, I will watch the video multiple times. Like I'll watch it while I do it, and then I mess it up, and then I go back, and then I do it again. And so it's like a recipe, right? You can't expect to get it right the first time. It's always going to take a little bit to really master what you're doing, especially when you're working with new colors or you're getting back into makeup or you're trying to, you know, do a little different technique. My brushes should probably be a little bit cleaner. You know, I have this is my travel size mini brush soap. I have a large one for you also. So you have your solid coconut oil soap or your coconut soap. And then inside you have this is a textured inside. You can see I have a little dirty still, but it's for your brush. So when you clean it, gets it all out of the bristles. So you always have the water rushing down, never like this. You'll ruin your brushes, they're cracked. We know it every time what they're doing. So you wash your brush like this, right? Swirl it in. You use the textured rubber here to really get it clean. And then you shape them and lay them flat on a towel or paper towel. Very, very simple. The next morning, they're completely clean and you can start. I mean, this is great when you travel because I'm always doing different looks and I'm always kind of like doing a dark look and I'm always bringing one brush set. So I need to clean my brushes. I'm going to go into the middle color here. I'm going to, do you see, go like this. I don't do any of that. You don't need to. There's not a lot of fallout at all. Just like that. I'm going to go to the base of the lash. Do you see the nice, beautiful shine? Oh, I don't have a mirror. You know what? It's fine. Let's go. Also, if you have any creasing from your creamy eye primer, you just pat it down before you put your eyeshadow on. It's made to be used with an eyeshadow, or you can set it with Nikita Banana. It's up to you. But I personally can't wear it by itself because where my eye creases, where the beautiful fold is, it obviously moves. So I can't do that. So I have to always set it. So I'm going to just use the middle color very simply all over the eye. You see, I'm not going too high. I press into the eye. I don't go back and forth like this. I press my product in, you know exactly where it's going. If I needed more, I could do more. So kind of matchy now, right? You got a little bit of that sheen picking it up. It's pretty. If you want to do a sheen, you don't have to, obviously. You do what makes you happy, makes you feel good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the strong brew. I'm going to go into just this darker color here. First, we have to build. We have to see what's going on. So I'm just going like this. This is called the short smudge brush. All of the names are on the side of the brush, the handle. So you don't ever have to worry that you pick up a brush and you say, oh, I don't know what this is for. I guess I will put it away and stop. I made them so you would never stop. And that's why it's always about, let's get this beauty started, because you need to get the beauty started. I don't care if you're going to the post office, you're getting this beauty started. Because that one time you go to the post office or you go to Whole Foods or Trader Joe's or Aldi's or wherever you're going, you know that you're going to run into whoever and you want to really feel fabulous. So I'm just creating like it's my eyeliner, but I want this to be more smoky, sexy. Like this is evening. This is an event. We don't want to go over the top, but we do want to just feel like it's a little special, a little extra. Don't worry if you go over your little railroad tracks at the end there. It's not a big deal. We all have them. We all have like our skin moving and changing and doing its thing. What I'll do is I'll just take my little Almay pad. This is the one that's just, it's oil free. They have one that has its oil. If you have waterproof mascara, whatever, I just take it like this. And then I will clean that up. And this is the reason why we don't have concealer, foundation, all of the things. I do my eyes first because I want to be able to clean up and really lift. So if you don't, say you're doing your makeup the other way, and you've always done it, it's almost like your brain has to think. It's hard at first because you've been doing it the other way. So you have to think about, okay, I'm just doing my eyes first. I can clean up, because if you had your color corrector, everything was like perfect, and then you're doing your eyes and you're getting it, oh, it's too little too low, or it's a little too, it's not looking like I want to, or you let all of, you have powder that comes down, you're getting it mixed. It's going to be like this dark spot here. So I want that always to be super clean. Then you do your color corrector and your concealer, and then everything's perfect. So that's why we do. I'm going to go over with my eyeliner. I'm just creating a little bit more depth. Now, we'll take it on the bottom a little bit, just like this. Little smoky. See? Balanced it out. Use your finger. I usually just like to lift up. It depends on how the skin wants to react with it. Is it doing well? This is the eye that has a little bit lower with the eye. This is the eye I had that surgery on for that growth that was in my eye. So I knew the skin would be probably a little bit more lax once it was taken out. It's probably stretched out. So what's really nice is that using a shadow, it's very forgiving, right? So I do have a little bit of my skin coming down here. I went to a dermatologist once, and she was like, oh, you need to lift this. It's so funny. I didn't even think about it until she did it. It's always when people point things out, you're like, oh, everything's great. And then it's like, oh, that's right. You need to lift this a little bit like that. So of course I was like, oh my gosh, maybe. And then I was like, oh my gosh, no. You know what? No. Here it is. Yeah, I could be, but guess what? I'm not 22. So I will manipulate my soft shadow. If I'm always like, oh yeah, oh, you know what I do have? I have the tape. So if I'm really in like, a real funk, I'll just take the tape and I'll lift it up, and then I get over it for a day, and then I'm back to normal. Don't want to be like doing that. I want to be experiencing life and really enjoying whatever it is you enjoy. Travel, food, champagne, wine. So I really want to focus in on like a little skin folding down. Come on, like think about it. I mean, would you rather, if you were given the opportunity, like, let me see whose name, Meg, would you rather have the most delicious, exclusive bottle of champagne in France, or would you like to concentrate on your wrinkle, your droopy eye on the left side? What would you choose? And you're in the company of like most fabulous people. Would you rather sit there and stare at your eye that like is drooping a little bit? Come on. I'll take the champagne any day. Give me the bubbles. Who cares? And by the way, after you drink your bubbles, you're like, I'm sorry, what are wrinkles? Like what's aging? How old am I? See? Then you're really, really enjoying yourself. You have to think about this, ladies. Very short time here. It's a very exciting time. And again, I'm not toxic positivity. I understand what's going on. I have the ladies on my channel. I know what's going on. I'm just saying the mindset. That's what I'm talking about. What you're thinking about and how you're speaking to yourself and what you find important. Don't get stuck on like the little nuances about like, today was my perfect example, like staring at the screen, like, oh my gosh, if I could just lift that. Like, okay, what's the big picture here? Like the big picture is much more important than this is where they cut out the skin and it's folding down. Oh my gosh. But it was so cute because my project manager was like, but do you really want that? And she's so cute. She's like, but do you really want that? I'm like, no, of course I don't. She brought me back to reality. So I have a little, like, see how it's like coming up smoky? Now I did 2 colors. That's it. I did, to recap, Bottled Blonde, middle, all over. Then I went back with Strong Brew, because your girl's a little bit of fierceness going into 50 right here. A little bit creating just the liner, but not yet the liner. Now, the top here for my brow bone, let's go in with the matte bone. And let's dig for a clean brush. Naughty, very naughty. I should have, but it's been quite hectic with this big project, so I do what I can. It's all right. The brushes are fine. I'll just shake it off. Oh, look at that. I almost made it perfect. Going in with just a little, the brow bone here. So if you feel like you went too high, you can definitely correct that. You can bring it down a little bit, just right here. So if you feel like, oh, wow. I always like to say, like, just kind of grew a little bit too much. You have that opportunity to bring it down with your, just a matte, kind of like a bone color, just like that. So then you're back in the game. Now let's curl our lashes. Shuamura eyelash curler. I should probably look at this. Oh look, I'm frozen on Instagram. That's all right. No worries. This is usually the time where I'm like, let me take questions while I can't see you with one eye. I don't know why I do that. Oh, it's working. It's just mine. Let me get out and get back in. Anyone have questions yet on, I don't know why it's not. It says live, but let me see. Okay, here we go. Oh, there, I'm back. Does anyone have questions about anything going on? All right, Linda, where am I going for my birthday? You know, it's funny. Everybody has, I did the countdown starting, I think, yesterday, and everybody has been weighing in on where I'm going. I'm going to be giving my clues, and you'll find out. It's coming up very soon. But it's so much fun to hear what everybody thinks I'm going and what I'm doing. I've really been enjoying it. So I know the suspense, but we're just going to, I think it's fun. Gives me some content, gives me, maybe I'll show you a couple of things I'm packing for. Maybe people can guess where I'm going. I think it's fun. Listen, I haven't been anywhere in such a long time. Oh my gosh. I was like, what just happened? That I have to really enjoy the whole process of all of it with you. I know I'm dragging you through it, but taking my dark chocolate waterproof eyeliner, very, very soft eyeliner pencil, only to a rounded tip. See that? It does not go to a point. It's a rounded tip. It's soft. So if you're used to dragging a hard pencil, trying to get the color on your eyelid, your delicate, mature eyelid, this is going to be a big change for you. This is going to be soft. It's going to go everywhere if you press too hard and you're trying, your old technique. So what you need to do is you need to go to the base of the lash and you drag across just like this. Not a lot of pressure. First, see what happens, and then you can start building on that. But I do little strokes like this. I'm just building up right to the base of the lash. Like I don't want a big thick line. I'm going right to the base of the lash, and then I just bring it up. I kind of follow what I did with the eyeshadow. It's going to give you a really nice, very defined, a little bit darker, and then you're going to get that really pretty staying power. So I don't need to do that much. I'll go a little bit underneath, just like this. And then if you feel that you want to kind of smudge it, you can go back with your smudge brush that I just had. Where'd it go? And you can blend it out a little bit, just like this. Just like that. And then it's just perfect. It's just like melted in together. I'm going to do the other eye. It's not that much, as you can see. I already have that really beautiful base. So I'm going to and I always lift up at the end, just like that. Do you see how it goes up a little bit? I always want to bring it up. I don't want to drag it down. So I'm going to See, and sometimes I feel like if I go a little too high, that I'm going to have, I can bring it down, I can erase it like this, just like that. See, you get that intensity, but you don't get, it doesn't look like you're wearing a ton. And I'm doing dark chocolate, I'm not doing a black. I feel like that's too harsh. I want it to be just this. And you know what I can do? See that? How I skipped a little bit? You don't have to panic. See, I'm just going to erase it. I'm just going to blend it in just like that. See? You don't overthink it. Everything can go in like that. Now, for a little extra special, if I wanted to, I could take my green eyeliner. It's called Deep Green. And I can just go over it a little bit more. And, it'll pick up. Oh, that was very interesting. It'll pick up just a little hint of it. This looks a little heavy like that. Just go and blend it out. Yeah, now it's like, it's layered. It has a lot of depth to it. Yes, I'm making it darker, but I want to. It's really, with the Le Bottle Blonde and Strong Brew, such a pretty color. I do this a lot with the pencils where I'll layer them. I'll do like maybe navy on top, dark chocolate on the bottom. You can get really experimental with your eyeliners. You don't have to just use one on the top and the same one on the bottom. You can get it really, really unique to you. So that's what I just did. Let's go in. I'm going in with brown mascara. This is coming out. This is something you requested. Actually, we saw it from the lives. So going in with the brown mascara. This is what it looks like. It's a dark brown, nice and rich, not too dark like it's espresso, not too light like a milk chocolate. I wanted it to be perfect for you. So you have this beautiful wand, same one as our dark or our black. This is called Volume Up. I have it in more of this hourglass, like a feminine body tube. I thought it was really nice, symbolizing the line and the women. So the wand is very special because I worked with my engineers on my formula going with the wand. Like, it's not just you put a mascara and then you're like, any wand will do. Let's just throw it in there. It has to perform with what you're wanting to do. And I wanted volume for you. I wanted you to have lashes that stayed up. I didn't want you being frustrated with your sparse lashes, small lashes, where are the lashes, fine lashes, all of the things that we deal with. And I wanted you to be able to have a wand that grabbed your lashes like literally, you'll see it on my Fierce Aging. If you don't want to just see it on me, you can go over to my Fierce Aging series. I have the playlist for the last 7 years of women from all over the world that are in their 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 101, showing you my mascara on their lashes. So you can see before and after, you can see the difference. And it's just a really nice mascara that will keep your lashes up. I don't know if I got all of my mascara off right before the show from today. So I feel like right here is doing something weird, but I can space it out still. And I'm actually really enjoying this brown mascara. It's very exciting. Like, I love it. And thanks to you ladies, we brought it back out. We did have this in the line before, but when I redid the line, it didn't make it. And then, back by popular demand, we brought it back. So it's like going in with the whole like goldy, smoky, bronzy eye. Who has the black Volume Up? Is anyone using the black Volume Up? This is actually, you can use this with sensitive eyes. I wear contacts. I have pretty sensitive eyes. This is great. It's water resistant. It's not waterproof, but it is water resistant. So I know some of you find it to be harder to take off, but it's there. I wanted it to be something that really just looked amazing on your lashes. And I really accomplished that because I see it when I'm doing Fierce Aging. It's like, actually, sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm going to do lashes on her. And then I do the mascara and I'm like, wait, I'm not going to do the lashes. Her lashes look amazing. I didn't look like we had anything there. And then we do. My lashes have a little, I was rushing, washing my face. So I probably could have done a better job of getting more of my my original mascara off my eyes from today, but still looking fabulous. And the best part of it is we can go down to our bottoms. Now, it might look very unbalanced right now because, of course, I have eyes done, but they're like, we have pigmentation. Like, it's like, oh my gosh, Nikol, your eyes are so dark. You have such dark eyebrows. Well, guess what? It'll all come together. It's part of the whole process. And you'll see. Doing a little brown on the bottom as I get my, oh, that actually came off. That was interesting. I asked if anybody has the mascara, and then I looked away. So, oh, that's so great, Margaret, that you were at a wedding and she took a picture for herself. Oh my gosh, that's so great. It is really, I mean, listen, I've spent a lot of time on my line. I, repackaged, reformulated, and rebranded 70 SKUs. And it was a passion project. I knew exactly what I wanted as an esthetician, as a makeup artist. I knew exactly what I wanted it to do for you, for mature women. It's made for mature women. That's why I made it. I touched the skin in my treatment room. I touched the skin in my studio. And, my professional makeup kit was great, using the big brands and this and that. It was great. But there were things that I was like, what, I really, like when I would be on set, I'd be like, I just wanted to do this. And it wouldn't do this. Or I needed this like highlight. Like I just want a little, I don't want it to be like this powdery thing. Like there was working with makeup. I became an esthetician in 1996. Working with makeup so much and being so passionate about it and being just so like inundated in the industry as a model and being a person that was receiving makeup in a chair for so many years. And like, so I knew both sides and I just saw so many makeup artists when I was working as a freelancer that were so afraid to touch mature skin. They were like, oh my God. Like no one wanted to touch mature skin. No one wanted to do anybody. And I just thrived on, especially in weddings, like the mothers of the bride, the grandmothers. I was like, I will take their skin to the next level. Like I'm going to take their makeup and they're going to look natural. Like they're not going to look like I just piled a bunch of makeup on. Like that was not the vibe. And that's why I started Fresh Beauty Studio in 2006. I was like, I will redesign this whole wedding makeup situation, like all over the country and in the islands, because that's where we all flew. We did all of these weddings. We did these huge weddings all over. And it was like, it was like, I don't know. It was just so thrilling for me to get someone in my chair and then to change and then to look natural, but like so beautiful. And then the dress comes together and the hair comes together and like the whole thing. I just absolutely love it. I'm obsessed with it. I mean, if you see any of my TikToks and you see my Instagram when I put together videos. Oh, that's another thing. My TikTok family, if they're watching, I haven't posted the whole month of September. I wasn't quite sure what was going on with TikTok, but I am coming back with some very special content for my TikTok fans. And it's not like I just dump out content. Like I really think about the song and the emotion and the outfit has to match the song and like the whole energy has to be there. It has to be the right everything. I mean, a lot of thought goes into this. Like, I mean, that's just how I operate. Like it has to be, everything has to be right. So that's how I've created this line, my content. I'm very passionate about it because I live and breathe beauty and fashion my entire life. Like I just put something on my Instagram the other day, or it's maybe still on there. It was like it had one of the supermodels walking the runway, but they did the camera from her like legs up, so you just see her walk. And I'm like, if you can name the model before you see her face from her walk, we can be friends. Like I know the runway like is like that's just my life. That's just my world. So I really enjoy it. So I digress. We just did the eyes. Let's go into complexion. We have to really, we've prepped, we've primed, we're ready to go. I'm going to be using my Just Peachy. This is going to be a color corrector. This is one of the most underrated products for mature skin because I feel like women think, oh, I have to do another step. I'm not interested in it. Okay, well, guess what? If you want to lift the grays, the blues, all of the stuff going on underneath your eyes, you're not going to want to just use your concealer. Your concealer is not going to do that for you. You can't expect your concealer unless you're using like theatrical makeup, like literally covering your skin. Yes, then I guess it's a different story. But if you're really wanting to look natural, radiant, and not looking like you're caking on your makeup, especially underneath your eyes, you're going to want to use a color corrector. I go up, do you see that annoying darkness right there? I go up into that. I come down like that because then I'm going to work the product back up. I don't need a ton of product here. This has shea butter in it. You just roll it at the bottom. It just rolls up like that. And then I come down. Depends. Like every day is a different day with my skin. It does really interesting things. So I go into that inner corner. I really concentrate really on this area here like that. They're going to tell you, oh, that's not how you do it. You know, do what works for your face. If you want to follow what everybody says, I honestly, if you followed what everybody says on YouTube from video to video to video, I would be afraid to see how you apply your concealer, your foundation, your whatever. I mean, I would be very afraid because it is not consistent. I've watched them. So I'm using the concealer brush. I'm going to just tap up into, I'm just tapping into. Do you see? I'm not going to try to, I'm not swishing it around. I'm not pulling on the skin, pressing it in. You can use your finger too if you want to. I'm going in here. So I have a dark eye. We need to lighten up underneath the eye. We need to lighten up. Everything is going to come together. It'll look beautiful. Just have to watch it all unveil in real time. So you can see I work it and then I'm just getting it closer to the lashes, but I don't want it to be too close. My weakness is if I have too much product right in here. So that's why I go down low and then I come up. So it gives just the right amount of product. And then I have that little red spot from a blemish I had. I had my glasses on, so I'm going to go over just like this. It makes a huge indent on my nose now. I don't understand. So I have to wear my glasses low, which is not really the ideal look either. All right, you know what I'm going to do? While I'm here, I have a little bit of redness. It's called the live redness. I don't normally have redness, but with you on live, I do. So I'm just going to neutralize it out with my no redness. This is a green color corrector that cancels out red. So on the spectrum, you had a color wheel. They're opposite of each other, so they cancel each other out. So I'm just going to cancel. You have rosacea. You have broken capillaries like I do here. I just take it in there. Maybe you have a red chin. Just dot it here. Maybe, maybe you have different redness. You can do that. For my pigmentation on the sides, not always, but I can take my Just Peachy and I just do it like this now. I know that they're there. I'm not quite sure where, so I just do it like this. And we cover the areas that we need. So I know that I have all these like little pigmentation spots from the sun. And if I do it like that, we're okay. So now we're going to blend in. I'm going to just use the concealer brush again, just like this. You could use the foundation buffing brush if you wanted to. It's all right. You could do your finger also, just working it in. Just gonna lighten up. Now, if you didn't prep your skin, you would have a problem because it's going to be too dry. Right now, it's really nice. I've prepped my skin properly. It's not dry. It has the primer on it. It's going to just lay really nicely. I usually use my foundation buffing brush on the sides because this is so small. It just takes up more time, but I just ended up using the concealer brush. So you can use either, depends on. So you can see we're getting there. We're lightening up the face. I feel like we have, it's like darker because I don't have it lit over on the side, but I feel like when we have more shadowing. But let's just, I try to keep it simple. We're not doing a lot of contour. We're not doing a lot of complex things. We're color correcting. You want to color correct the face. So you're really going to give yourself the best chance when it comes to even tone, your BB cream, your serum foundation, whatever you're using, you're going to see a really beautiful complexion. So we prep like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my serum foundation. This is in light. I have to shake it before. Karen, you think your Just Peachy is a great eraser? I know. I should probably call that the eraser. Yeah, Linda, you have trouble getting the proper amount of moisture on your face for the Just Peachy. Well, Linda, what are you using underneath your eyes? Let's see what Linda says. I just do 4 drops. You can see, that was like 5. You can see it's a really nice, lightweight formulation. It's fragrance free. It is really a beautiful, silky finish. Now, what I'm going to do is, though, I'm going to add a little glow to it. I'm going to use the Dior Forever Glow Star Filter. I'm going to just add a pump. I don't want this to squirt on me. I'm just going to use like that. And then I'm going to mix it together. Just going to give just a really nice radiance. This is number 3 that I'm using. It just says number 3 on it. I don't know if there's a name to it, but I'm just mixing it in like this. We'll see if I'm going to use, I'll use the, you know what I like to use? I like to use the flat foundation brush with this, but I don't know. I think maybe I'll just use the buffing brush again. This was from just my finger mixing it. Now I take the foundation buffing brush and then I press in like this first, just to kind of get the brush, because I didn't work it into the brush before. So I do it like this. Now a little bit goes a long way. You don't want, I did 5 drops. I usually do 4. You can see how much I have. Plus I added in the Star Filter. Just wanted a little extra. So I'm going to go in like this. And then just going to see, like, it's just so, it's so lightweight that you don't feel like you're wearing anything, but you get this just silky, like airbrushed feeling. It's different from the BB cream. This is buildable. I feel it just depends on my mood, but I usually tend to use the serum foundation at night. The BB cream for me is like every single day. It's like a no-brainer. Like I could do it like with my eyes closed. The serum foundation is like more of, I'm wanting that traditional foundation kind of look to my skin, just really like beautiful. You can see that it has a really beautiful sheen to it. A little bit of that Star Filter adds just a little extra. You don't have to. I just felt like, it's an event. Why not? Who's using the serum foundation? I'd love to know. And how are you experiencing it? How do you feel? I mean, look how much I have left still. That's the thing. I used 5 drops though, and I added in the Star Filter. I probably could have used 3 and just a little. I would have had enough. Linda says it's wonderful, Sharon. You love it. You use it and love it. E. Oh, we have a question about what is the Star Filter. This is called Forever Glow Star Filter from Dior. So it's going to give, you can wear it by itself, or you can add it into your foundation, tinted moisturizer, BB cream, whatever medium you're using. And it gives you like this beautiful radiance. It's like a filter on your skin. So you get that, like, I think that the reason they call it star filter is like, it's kind of like, you know, you get, it's almost like the top, right? Your skin comes alive. Gives it a little boost, just a little extra radiance, not over the top, not glitter. I'll show it to you on my hand without putting it into the serum foundation. But you can see how you have that radiance, not glossy and glue. It doesn't look like it's like, oh my gosh, your skin looks like it's so like gonna move all around and greasy. You just get just very pretty, radiant. See? I like it. Got to be careful though. You don't want to like overdo it. I just did that little tiny pump of it, but let me take it off. I have the rest of this. I have a ton left. So again, that serum foundation really a little bit goes a long way. I think that if you're not sure and you just do a whole dropper and then you go to the face, you're like overwhelmed. You're like, this is too much. I don't like it because you added too much to the skin. Start slow, build up, see how it works. See how many drops your face really needs. Because everybody's face is going to be different, how it absorbs, how dry your skin is, etc. It's nice for dry skin though, because it really just glides on the skin and gives you that moisture. All right, so I'm going to show you the star filter by itself. This pump, I was like thinking it's about to go a little crazy. This is number 3. They have a couple different colors, but do you see it's just kind of like enhancing. It's not like a glitter. There's no like real, it just gives you like a filter on your skin. I mean, it's like your skin, it's just like really beautiful. So there are a couple different colors of this that they have. A little bit more pinky. I went with, I think this is called nude, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's a nude. But I felt like it would be not too light and it's not too dark for me. So I thought that would be great. So you can use it by itself, you know, like you wanted to kind of just glow up the skin. All right, now let's do, before we do the soft set, let's do the brows. I actually, from the studio when I was there today, I picked up the dark blonde. I've been telling you that I have my 4 brow pencils for you. I have dark blonde. I have the one that I always use is my milk chocolate. I have, brownie. And then I have I got 2 brownies. And I got my soft gray. I'm missing one for you, but I wanted to show you the dark blonde because that's what we've been missing. Isn't that funny? It's like always, here's your dark blonde. So if you have blonde hair, if you're wanting to, maybe you have more of a strawberry blonde, this is a really great color for you. I have brownie that I have always used for the most part. You're going to see that. Here's my brownie right here. Kind of get an idea. It's really nice. It's very a nice brown. And then I have dark gray for my ladies that kind of are falling. They're falling in between. Like they have gray hair, but the brows maybe, you know, you're not really a blonde. You're not really a brown. You're kind of like, you just, it doesn't look right. So I have a soft gray for you. You can make this gray darker if you need to. You do have range with it. You can go light or you can go dark with it. So that is the range that I wanted for you. So if you're doing your brows, you have a light stroke, you know, you're doing wispy, you're getting a little bit and you're like, okay, that's great. I don't want a brown. I don't want a taupe. I don't want any of that. And then you're like, okay, you know what? In this arch area, I need to go darker. So you have that range. Do you see how it's all about pressure and technique? Because some of the ladies were saying when this first came out, like, oh, it's just too dark. And it's like, no, if you press too heavy, it's going to be too dark. You have to be able to do the light strokes. And then you're like, oh, I have no hair here. Let me go a little bit darker. Oh, I went too dark. Spoolie out. It's going to blend out the brow. So it's hard for me to show you on brows that I have because I have thick brows. I am Greek. They are from my father, and they're lovely. And people think they're too thick, whatever. And I'm just thankful I have brows. So we just do what they do. I have had a lot of therapy sessions with my brows, and I told them, "You're okay. Don't listen to them. It's fine." We went through a very hard time for a long time because I don't know if it was bots. I mean, it went in waves, but they had a beating for a couple years, and they made it through. They didn't change. They kept going. I said, "Get thicker, really make people mad. Get darker, that will really make them mad." And that's it, ladies. Don't change for anybody. You change for yourself. You don't change for what people have to say. And it's like, what? Okay. The funny thing is that when people say how terrible gray hair is and how awful my brows are and everything, I'm like, but you're not wearing them. Like, why does it matter? Why are you so upset? Like, I just always think that's funny. If you were, I said, okay, I'm going to take them off. I'm going to put them on you. Now I could see there could be a problem, but if you're not wearing them, I don't understand what could be possibly the problem. All right. So I'm going to use my brownie really quickly to do my little brows. This is a great brow pencil because it's, a little bit thinner. I'm going to I do have a couple little holes I'm going to fill in right here. I do a little bit right here. And then I just kind of just softly whisk through them. Now, if I have any gray hairs, which the right brow seems to like to do, all I have to do is just comb through with a brow mascara. I think it's great to be in control of, if you have gray brows, if you have thin brows, or you just have like really light brows and you can't really see them. I have clear, I use the milk chocolate. We have cocoa, which is darker, and then we have a taupe. So you'll see it on Fierce Aging a lot when the ladies come in and they have, brows, but they're just so blonde or they're white. We'll be able to color them and get them looking like they have, full brows. We bring them basically back to life. So we did a pretty interesting dark eye, didn't we? We need cheeks. We need to balance it out. I'm going in with my Classic Beach Glow All Cream blush, bronzer, highlighter. Really nicely melts into the skin, pops the skin, brings back that really healthy radiance to the skin, but not overpowering. I did make the highlighter love line / linen lines appropriate. A lot of you don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about all of these beautiful lines that we have here. You can wear a highlighter. There is no need to avoid the area. You're not highlighting it. It just really nicely melts into the skin. Going in with the blush with my flat foundation brush, I'm going to add on a little bit of color. Just bring those cheeks to life. Just not too much. I don't want to, we have a lot going on with the eyes. You can use your fingers too if you want to. I talk about this area here a lot because, before I do the highlighter, I do need, because it's been a week so far, I'm going to go with my creamy concealer. Do you see I'm easily able to make my little dots? I don't want a lot. We don't need to overwhelm this little area here. So I have a wand that holds all the product at the tip for you. Let me take it out and show you again. Do you see right there? It holds the product there. Yes, you could swipe if you wanted to, if you were like, you know what, I just want to swipe like that, or I need to do something. Yes, but my whole intention is that I wanted the product here because we have issues where it's deep in there. We need to lighten that. We need to put big doe foots all over our face and then try to work all of that in. That was my first class on my mini series. It was about concealer. I showed you what happens when you have those big doe foots and you're stamping your face and you're like, where am I putting the product? Where do I do with it? It's just too much. For the younger girls, it's great. It works perfect. But for us, it's a little bit difficult. We have to be a little bit more strategic. We're not trendy. We really we're not baking our faces. We're not doing all of that stuff. So I just need to lighten this up. And by the way, I don't think we really want to spend all of that time doing all of the things. We want to look incredible, but we also want to look like ourselves. So I just lighten that up just a little bit, just enough. And I'm pushing it into where that darkness was right there. You know what I mean? I need to just, let's lift, let's brighten. And I didn't want to put on the highlighter yet until I got the concealer. We'll do a little bit more blush so it all like works in. Now, I don't know what this my new lip gloss is going to look like with this look. I haven't done it yet. So this is like an experiment with you. We'll have to see. You can tell me what you think. And you know what? You can say whatever you want to say because that's what we are. We're like open, transparent, no need to hide anything. We like it, we like it. We don't like it, we don't like it. All right, now we're back to doing our highlighter. Right here. Let's do a little highlighter. You know what? I'm going to take my finger today and I'm going to highlight. I'm looking at this phone. It's so funny. You see? Like this beautiful. And when I smile, nothing's happening. It's like melted into the skin. It's not glitter. It's not highlighting. It's not like the glitter that falls over the face and you're like, wait, what are you doing? Yeah, that is not good for a mature woman. I don't like that. And by the way, that glitter like is there a week later. Like, what happened? No. So I'm just using this to highlight, just to get that like nice dimension. It's really pretty. And especially when the light catches it and like you're out to dinner. Now I'm going to just take the bronzer. I'll do it with my finger also. Just like that. Now, I have to be, a little bit more mindful. I like to do the base of I don't want to go down into here. A lot of times the women don't know, you're not quite sure where you're supposed to go. The tip of your ear is always really kind of like your starting point, straight down, right? So that's where you're going to hit. So everybody's is different. So you want to start at the top of your ear, go down. If it's hard for you to kind of see, just take your brush, rest it on the top, and you go straight down. So you're going to know where you put it. So you're not like, oh my gosh, did I just put a big streak on my face and it doesn't look natural? You don't have to worry. You'll know where you are. So I like to go right here at the base. So you can see where I put it. Now I like work it just up into the blush. So I have just enough, right? I don't need to go crazy. I mean, if you want to go more, you can. I just want a little sculpting there. I'm going to do the other side. You can see where I put it. I work it into. And what's so nice about this, it's like a beautiful, creamy product. You can move it around. You can shear it out if you're like, oh, it's a little too much. All right, beautiful. We got the sculpted brows. We have that, but we have the sculpted cheeks. Looking beautiful. Now, usually, since you have a darker eye, you should be going, and I did pull out my little false lashes here, but I think our eyes are pretty dark already. So let me just take this down a second and see what we have. This helped bend it a little bit. I don't think I even sprayed it. We just needed to get a little, I had a brush here. Oh, there it is. Just needed to get a little height, a little extra. You know I love my Velcro curlers. They're like the best thing in the world. And I always have one left. All right, so let's see what we have going on. Just kind of like figuring out, do we have this gold on? I would probably keep my hair. Orbe Superfine Hairspray, my favorite, because it doesn't weigh it down. I don't need to have too much. I mean, I could do with a look like, it just depends on what I would wear. I could do a low something or other if I wanted to. I'll have to wait until I put on the lip. Let's see what's going on. Hair seems so unruly lately. It's been manipulated too much on set. All right, we're gonna go in with organza. Like, let's hold on to our seats. don't know how this is going to come out. Let's put a little bit more rose lip balm, just a tad. As we're talking. Ton. All right, just a little. Not too much because I don't want too much slip and slide for the lip liner. This is organza. It's a beautiful, I usually use Cameo. It's a bump up from Cameo. Waterproof lip liner, very soft. Again, just like the eyeliners, it's going to be a nice soft pencil that will easily be able to be turned into a lipstick if you wanted it to. So what I do is I'm going to, I could use the crystal clear to like help with the, it's going to do its own thing right now. It's all right. To help with the migration, but we're going to wing it tonight. Soft. I'm not going crazy yet. All right, just like soft, like a nice outline. Giving the definition. All right, perfect. Now, story time for the lip gloss. Now, we have 7 lip glosses. This will be our 8. And this is the color. It's called Ignite. You'll see that it has like little flecks of gold, tiny bit flecks of silver in there. So it's like a cranberry color. It's called Ignite. And when I was in New York in August with Katie, she wanted to see, I don't know if I told you this, we saw Moulin Rouge. And that song from Katy Perry was on, and it was about, the fireworks show or whatever, or firework song. And it was about like ignite your power. I don't know what the lyrics are, but I just remember thinking, I haven't seen a show in so long. This was so incredible. The costumes, the production, just theater, the passion that these actors and actresses have for their craft. And they were singing that song, and I was like, oh my God. And I was like, that's what my ladies are. Like, they need to ignite their power. They need to really just really like step into it. And I was so excited about it. And I created this color, and I think it's perfect for holiday. So we're going to see how this comes out on the lip. I didn't want to put any lipstick on because I wanted you to see the color. There we go. You're not a red, not a pink. You got this beautiful like cranberry color with gold flecks. What do we think? I feel like my hair needs to be back with this. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. What are we thinking? This is not my hair. It's my little team with me. Do we like this color? I think it's just really, I think it's fun. I'm gonna define my lip a little bit on the top, a little bit more. But I think that and I think organza looks so beautiful with this. So the whole idea is that I want you, when you do your makeup, I want it to be different. Like, I want you to be like, this is a perfect color for me. Like, I want to ignite. Like, you put it on and you think about that. Like, that's what I think is like so transforming for mature women, that, whatever you're stuck in with what society or whoever says to you about your age, about your beauty, I think it's very hard. I have to say, I do think it's hard, just the whole aging kind of thing. I think it's very different for men and women, as I've expressed on my channel that went live yesterday about the naked dressing. I had some real thoughts about that. If you want to check in with how I felt about, like, I don't know, it's a very complex situation about how women find it empowering. And then I feel like it's kind of a contradiction to what women are fighting for. But yet I went through the whole situation about seeing both sides. So it's an interesting conversation. I would love to hear from you if you haven't seen that video. But so Ignite is coming out. I don't have the exact timeline this year. That's the whole thing. It was a very, like, this just happened where I was like, this is going to be so perfect. I will, on my lives, I will let you know, because that's really where I get to really talk to you in real time. I will let you know, but I'm pushing for, like, obviously yesterday, but it's on the timeline for this year. So I really want it for you for holiday, because I think it's just such a beautiful, not only a fall color, but like for holiday. And it's just very, just one of those, if you love a berry, like this will be yours. I just actually gave one of my samples to my mom, because I'm like, this was her color that she always wore, but it's more forgiving because it's a gloss. It's not a lipstick. So you have that really beautiful, you can obviously mix this with other colors. I mean, you could use aperitif and then kind of get more of that like berry, and then this on top. You could do a lot of different things with it. I just thought it was something that I felt like we needed, because in our lipstick line or lip gloss line, we have the upgrade that's really that beautiful like bright pink, but like we don't go into reds, we don't go into any dark colors. We pretty much stayed very safe. And I thought that this would be something that we're not in the pinks, we're not in the reds, we're more in just this like beautiful, like I want to say a cranberry berry, but we're still not going into where it's like, whoa, I couldn't wear that, it's too bright or it's too dark. I think that you could sheer it out if you wanted to also, but I don't really think that you need to. I just think it looks so beautiful with like golds, and I really loved it. And I loved the story behind it and what I was thinking when I was creating it for you. And I wanted those gold and those silver flecks for you, because again, it went with that, that whole like igniting your spirit, like igniting yourself to do the things that you want to do. I don't want you to, my biggest thing is, and I always talk about this on YouTube, is I don't want you to sit back on your couch and watch me every week and not do anything. Like, and I'm not talking about makeup. I'm talking about like, I want you to get out there and volunteer if that's what you feel called to do. Or I want you to get back into the job force if that's what you want to do, or whatever you want to do. I just don't want you to sit there and think, oh, I should do that, or she's right, or I really should make that effort. I want you to make the effort, because if not now, when? And community is so important. We know that as we age, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. I don't want you to feel like you're isolated and like, you can't do it, or you're too fearful. I mean, there's a lot of ways to get over that. And I hope that these lives and my videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays on YouTube really help you, not only with skincare and hair care. Speaking of hair care, tomorrow I have a fabulous video that you've been asking for. It's an updated hair routine. But this time I take you from the shower, like in the shower, washing my hair, to styling my hair, to my supplements, like everything that I do for my hair, because things do change. I do update them, but I have detailed everything for you, every product. So it's in the description. You have everything. It was a really fun video. Katie helped me with that. We had a really good time. But I really wanted to be like, this is what I do. Like, and it's the full Monty. As in, I'm showing you everything that I would do. I don't do it all at the same time, but I needed you to see everything that I do. So like the key products that I think are really good for volume, or really to help your scalp, like all of those things, it's in this video. It's like, I really think that this video is going to be very helpful for you if you're looking for hair health, supplements, etc. This is a really good one. So that comes out tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to check in with that. But that's really one of my big things for you, is that you're actually doing things, not just with your makeup and your skincare. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to do as I'm talking to you. If I was going to be going out, I would do maybe a little makeup spray. Let's do it. I have this little mini one size. I like to set. Oh, let's do it. We got to do something. Your Nikita Banana, my alter ego, is getting wild and crazy. We need to bring out the Nikita Banana. And you know what? I didn't bring out the Nikita Banana. I'm going to find Nikita Banana. Here it is. I had on my sheet here, it said, I wanted to share a fun memory of the moments of past lives. And it's like, remember when my first live was like so crazy. I don't even know what happened. I had to end it because we had so many technical issues and we worked so hard. And then I went to the computer I thought you could just jump back on, like, like with social media, you couldn't. And so I went to the computer to try to figure out, I got to reset it up and I do all this stuff. And I started seeing like emails coming through, like for customer service. And it was like, what a disaster. Like, I can't believe you would even think you could go on and not know I was like, oh my God, am I going to do this? Like, am I going to do this? So this is an example of, that was really uncomfortable. Like, should I even be doing this? And I thought, you know what? I'm going to schedule the next 5 videos, my lives. I'm going to do this. And I want you to feel, I don't want you to get discouraged. Like if you have naysayers or if you have, feeling inferior or you're not feeling like 100%, we've all been there. And I personally took it as like, wow, really? Like, should I not be doing this? And then it just ignited the fire in me. And I thought, because she said that and was so nasty, I'm going to set up my next 4, or I think I set up my next 5. I was like, we're going to do this. That's what I want with the names of my products and the intention behind them. I don't want you to have anything like that stop you. Because I could have easily let that stop me. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what's happening? We're going with the Nikita Banana Brightening Pressed Powder, talc-free, gluten-free. Very fine. You'll see it's a very fine powder. So I like this. I call it the soft set. I just take my eyeshadow blending brush. I just swirl it in like this a little bit. And then I go underneath just like this. So we still get some of those kind of comments. Like, oh, every time I heard this today from when I was at the office, like, oh yeah, someone's always like, oh, it's such a disaster when she starts, whenever. I'm thinking to myself, do I need to schedule the entire 2006 season? Because those comments, they really ignite the fire. Like, let's just like go for more. Let's go more. That's a soft set underneath the eyes. Just because I have to, with just my cream products, I got a set. And then I was going back to my one size. It's not like the experience I really love, but I'll do it. I just don't like the aerosol. Like I feel like I'm hairspraying my face. It kind of creeps me out, but we'll do it. Okay. It's good when it's over. It's just the whole experience. So we could do just the hair back and have a little bit coming down with this look. I do like the eyes being a little bit stronger. I like the lips, not too much, but not nude, not playing it like totally safe. Or we could do the hair down, just depends on what we're wearing. But I wanted to kind of give you the idea of what this would look like. And then we can answer a couple questions on product or whatever you would like to talk about tonight. We have 15 minutes left. I think it'd be a good time to address some things that you would want to. Now, I'm going to gray brow mascara. Let's see. Mary, you asked about a gray brow mascara. No, I didn't think about that because I don't know if the gray, I don't know how natural that would look. So that would be, I don't know. I think that I haven't run across any of the ladies that have been on my Fierce Aging that I would want that. The gray pencil's great. I've been able to use the taupe or the milk chocolate to really be able to enhance mostly with the taupe. So I don't know if that would be something I would come out with. That's a good question. I'm not quite sure who came through, but the question was, how is the serum foundation with oily skin? Now, I would say If I had you in my chair and you had oily skin, I wouldn't go for the serum foundation. I would go for the BB cream for you. I think that it might be just too much. I think the feeling for you wouldn't be an experience that you wanted. I think you would want something more like the BB cream that felt like when you're putting it on, it didn't feel like that gliding on the skin. I would do BB cream. I wouldn't do serum foundation when you have if you have very oily skin. Okay, so you actually asked about a hair balm. Okay, so do you want to know? I'll show you real quickly. Let me see if I have it here. I have. Okay, I can't find it there, but let me show you here. It's not here. It's not here either. All right. Well, there is. My husband has a hair gel that is amazing called Lay Right, but it's I think it's spelled Lyrite. It's like a gel, and it's the only thing that holds my hair. But when you wash it out, it's like it's water soluble, so it just comes out. It's not like sticky and heavy. It's the best. I also have which I think is weird. I don't know where it is. I just traveled with it. It's the Lola V, the hair sculpting. I don't know what it's called. I think it's called the hair sculpting, something like that. Paste, something like that. I actually like that too because it holds back like all those crazy grays that get all nuts. Let me see. Hold on. Jeannie, you like I wear my jeans during the show? These jeans today, I put them on my Instagram. They're so cute. They're called the Sophie. And these cuffs don't come down, which I love. See how they're like, they don't come down. And they're wide and they're stretchy. They're wide leg. Remove this. And this is the first day I wore them. They're so comfortable on set today. Oops, I almost stepped on the Frenchie. Can you see them? They're so comfortable. I love that they're white leg, and I love that they have this cuff. So I wore these today, and I wore the vest. I was jean on jean today. I was like, I'm so excited. Everybody was DMing me like, that's the Canadian tuxedo. I'm like, I know. I have a question from YouTube. What do you think of at-home red light face masks? Hold on. I was trying to think. I know it's not Sandra, but Sandra. I'm not that consistent with my red light face mask. I have Dr. Dennis Gross. I have that. And I also have the LED light. I'll show you the eyes. But see, I have the eye also. Now, the LED lights, when I do a whole, like, this is the light one that you put on, like this. Oh my gosh, this looks so good with this outfit. Don't think that I wouldn't wear it out. Do you think I should wear this for my 50th birthday? Yes. Golden all the way. I think that someone might think that I need to be institutionalized if I did this. I just did my makeup and now it's on. So anyway, this is for the eyes. So it's all around the eyes. So I was like, oh, this would be so great. So I have to be consistent with it. But I have this one. I have the face mask, which I love because it contours the face and it has the blue light also. So it's like the red light, the blue light. So if you have acne, it really does clear up. I love them. I love that one. I haven't really experimented with a ton of other ones. I just really liked the Dr. Dennis Gross, so I have it by my nightstand. If I set out and I'm like, this is what I'm going to do, I have to just be consistent. You have to be consistent with them. So I do love them. I just think that you have to find the routine and the one that you love wearing. That one's, I think, 3 minutes and then it times off, which is great. Or maybe it's a little bit longer. But I do like them. I think it's great. Does your eye brightener go over or under foundation? Catherine, my eye brightener, go over or under? You can do either or. So I do have my eye brightener here. It's my best friend. This is like the one thing that you always want to travel with. When I was in New York in August, I woke up and I was like, we were going out for a walk. And I looked in the mirror and I was like, what's that? Like, I know the hotel lights are not that great, but I was like, this is not working. But I don't want to do all this makeup. So what I did was I took my eye brightener and I literally just did the whole, I did all my eyes and I worked it in. I was like, we're good. So I used it to really brighten like the darkness. Like I was definitely very stressed during that time in August with the whole launch and everything. You can do this over your foundation. So I have my makeup done now. So if I was like, you know what, maybe I need a little bit more brightening there. This is a click up pen. So you can see product here. You click it up, you don't keep going nuts. Okay, so it's gonna come out the top. See how it's coming out now? That's fine, that's enough. I don't need to keep going where it's dripping down, like that's too much. And then you can still see it keeps coming out. So what I'll do is, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just brighten up that little area. Like it's been like that, okay? Just like this. That really like bothers me there. Like darkness like that. I don't feel like we're maybe like, okay, fine. Maybe a little like my little weaker spots there. I can do it like that. And then I'll just take my concealer brush and then I will tap, like my makeup's done. So, you know, I just want it to be right here. And I want to brighten this area here. And you know what it is? It's like, it's experimenting with what works for you. So I hadn't used it before when I was that time in New York where I was really tired and I was like, oh my gosh, really? Like, why do you look so tired? Like for obvious reasons, I knew why, but I just didn't want to do all of the steps and all the things. So I took my eye brightener and I'm like, you're going to brighten it up. Like you're going to brighten up my eye area. So use it on top if you want. You're not limited. You can see where I have it and where I need to blend it a little bit more, press into the skin. See, you want to have that, you want this bright, especially with a dark eye. You don't want that to be dark in there. I really did it tonight, ladies, didn't I? I was really going for it. It's like, let me double up on the eyeliner. I was experimenting with you tonight, which is always fun. Is it going to turn out okay? I don't know, but that's the beauty of it. You never know. And listen, if it looked terrible, great. Guess what? We can take it off and we can do it again. There's no stress with it. It should be fun. It should be like, oh, this is a great look. Maybe I should put on a little bit more, like blend this in a little bit more. Yeah, so it's not perfect. What color eyeshadow am I wearing? Yvonne, I'm wearing a double whammy tonight. I just used my Lay Bottled Blonde mixed in with my Strong Brew. You can always rewatch these lives. If you've missed anything in the beginning, because I know we're all very busy, it's recorded on the website. So you can watch again or on the Nikol Beauty app. Lay Bottled Blonde, Strong Brew. Those are the two tonight. Eye Primer Lindo is wonderful base for shadow. Can I mix it with something to lighten it for fair eyelids? So I'm thinking that you want to, Linda, wear it just by itself. Can I mix it with something to lighten it for fair eyelids? You're saying, so you have fair eyelids. The idea is to, the eye primer is to basically prep the eye, not only help with the discoloration, but prep the eye. Maybe you don't have a lot of discoloration. Prep the eyelid and then put over an eyeshadow. So you're not wearing it by itself. It shouldn't affect your eyeshadow having that color, even if you have lighter eyes underneath, lighter skin. It shouldn't be an issue. Barb, I'm going to be revealing where I'm going for my birthday soon. I'm gearing up for the big reveal. I have so much going on, and I just feel like I want to get through everything, and then I'm going to be like calm and be like, okay, this is what I'm going, this is what I'm doing. I'm very excited to share it with you though. Creme Brulee works great on the eyelids. Yes, Jill, Creme Brulee is our hybrid bronzer. It works amazing on eyelids for an eyeshadow. And I just use it with my, I'll show you, because I know a lot of you don't know what I'm talking about when we talk about this. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Let's see if it's here. I was using it on set today. You can use it a couple different ways. This is Creme Brulee. It's my hybrid bronzer. Again, gluten-free, talc-free. It has shea butter in it. It's really beautiful. It's very silky on the skin. And you can use it as a contour. You can use it contouring the jaw, like warming up the skin. Or I take this is my angled blush brush. I take it like this, swirl it in, and then I literally just do this for my eyes. And then it's like I have a nice neutral eyeshadow. So I had forgot my eyeshadow on a trip last year or 2 years ago. And I had my creme brulee and I thought, okay, now you're my eyeshadow, you're my bronzer, you're my everything. So it's a nice multi-purpose product. Lip liner and lip color tonight is my, since we're at the end, I'll do this again. My Organza, my waterproof lip liner. And then we have my new lip gloss that's coming out. Also, this is our new packaging that's coming out. Do you see? It matches our lipsticks. So you have your little duo now. So that's really nice. I'm going to just add a little more on. Question was, will the serum foundation cover more than the BB cream? Now that, okay, so it's kind of like we'll have to peel back the layers here. It depends on what we're dealing with. Are we dealing with a lot of pigmentation? So it's like, let's not be considering pigmentation or a lot of different issues and everything like that. Are you going to get more coverage with the serum foundation and the BB cream? They're both buildable, but I feel that you're going to get more coverage with the serum foundation than you would with the BB cream, if that's what you're looking for. It's more of a traditional serum foundation. So it's going to give you more of a coverage, still very natural, completely different mediums though. You can see how thin that serum foundation is compared to the BB cream. That's going to be, do I have it here? I have one more minute where I did have my BB cream here, but oh, here it is. So BB cream, which I'm almost out of, this is a light medium. You can see, do you see how it's nice and it's going to give you this really kind of bouncy feel to it? Really, it's really nice. It gives you beautiful coverage. It's not like a tinted moisturizer. It's a complexion blur. So you do get a beautiful tone to the skin, not heavy, not looking like you're wearing a ton of makeup. And then your serum foundation that has to be, you have to shake it. You're going to see. Let's just put on, I'll put the 4, 2, 3, 4. These are the 4 drops that I would do. You're going to see, do you see the difference between the experiences? This is the serum foundation. So you're going to get more of that coverage right away, like that. And then you have your BB cream that's going to be still, you're going to get a nice coverage, but it's a different formula. This is a different type of, you're going to see, this just feels like it's going to, you just get more of that coverage and see how much it spreads. This is like, you don't need that much. We only have 28 seconds left. Oh my gosh. How does it go by so fast? Ladies, thank you for joining me tonight. 20% off. Use the code CELEBRATE. I will be off for 2 weeks, but I have plenty of videos for you on YouTube. I will be sharing over on Instagram. Thank you for joining tonight. Always love seeing you. Thank you for all your support and your kind messages. And until my next live, I'll see you later. Bye.